Ka tangi te titi, ka tangi te kākā, ka tangi hoki aho, tihei Māori ora. E koro, tēnā koe, kai karakia e tēnei rā. Tēnā hoki koto, e kuima, e koroma, ma moto a whina, mai a mato, ki te whakatūwhera i tēnei huihuinga. Nā mihi kia koto e te iwi nai te rangi, me te hapū, nā te pautiki te hao kainga. Kinanga manuhiri tuarangi, tēnā koto katoa. Ko Dan Mathieson aho, tēnā koto, tēnā koto, tēnā koto katoa. Good morning and welcome everyone to Momentum 2020. This event has been a long time in coming and we've got an incredible couple of days ahead of us with some amazing speakers. We'll be hearing about the latest trends in the global fresh produce industry, how brands can find growth in undiscovered places, and how we all must embrace sustainability if we're going to have a successful future. Over these next 2 days, we're really fortunate to have a number of people join us. The Honourable Damien O'Connor is here, the Minister of Agriculture, as well as MPs Kiritapu Allen, Angie Warren-Clark and Lawrence Yule, the Italian ambassadors here, Fabrizio Marcelli, and the EU ambassador Nina Obermeier, as well as the Western Bay Mayor Gary Webber. Thank you for all the contributions you are making and for the tremendous support that you give our industry. We're also incredibly humbled for the support that we've received from our sponsors. This event simply could not happen without you, so thank you so much. And of course, thank you to all of you, whether you're a grower, a supply chain partner, one of our customers that have travelled from the far corners of the earth to be here, a consumer, or simply an interested observer. The diversity that we have here today represents the interdependent and global nature of our industry. It's the fact that this industry's strength lies in our collaborative nature and our ability to solve problems together. That's something, that sentiment is what you're going to hear a lot of in the next couple of days, together. Because together our industry has achieved some quite considerable results in the last few years. We're at $3 billion in operating revenue and well on our way to achieve $4.5 billion by 2025. We're returning stronger returns for growers and making greater contributions to local New Zealand communities, including $1.8 billion made to rural districts in 1819, and it's looking even better in 1920. We've enhanced our biosecurity awareness through programs like Ko Tātou, This Is Us. We've also strengthened our industry compliance through the introduction of Global Gap GRASS module, which is looking after our worker welfare. And yet, while we're making really solid progress on so many key areas, I would be very surprised if there is one person in this room that does not believe that the best is still yet to come. There's much more we must achieve together. We must challenge ourselves to stand up and to stand out so we can continue to grow and make sure that we're making even more positive contributions in the years ahead. And that's why this momentum is about resetting ourselves for the next chapter of growth. Looking at new products, exploring new thinking, all while reminding ourselves of the values and the principles that have made us successful to where we are today. It's about standing up, addressing some of the challenges our industry is facing today, whether that is reducing plastic in our supply chain or looking after our waterways. It's making sure that we're looking after our people, our communities, and the environment as we continue to grow. And it's making sure we're standing out for the right reasons, continuing to innovate so we stay ahead of the competition, and having a brand that's recognizable for what we stand for as much as the great quality of our kiwi fruit. And as much as we're looking ahead, it's important that we embrace the principles that have got us to where we are now. that have moved us from being a simple tray of kiwi fruit to a commodity and now to so much more. Our kiwi fruit has become a catalyst for something much bigger than just a few dollars at the orchard gate. Because these days we're talking in billions of dollars. It's a fruit at the center of cutting-edge innovation, and we're creating jobs for communities that for years have struggled to find work. It's at the center of a bond between orchardists in Katikati and the East Cape and Europe, Asia, and North America, and between scientists in Te Puke, in Italy, Japan, and China. And it's underpinning childhood nutrition programs and efforts to introduce healthier lifestyles. We are driving innovation to make our orchards and supply chains more efficient and our environment much healthier. It's become a force for good and what our industry is united behind to help communities thrive. And the key has been our unity and our sense of shared purpose together. It started back in the 1980s when growers decided that they could do so much better by taking on the world as a collective. Rather than competing against each other and driving prices lower, they came together and developed a market-led strategy. Naysayers scoffed at this and said it wouldn't last, like many others in New Zealand and around the world. And yet look around. Look at our industry and the progress that we're making, based on a track record of trying to do better together. It's these shared commitments that permeate every part of what we do and influences how we do it. Some of the issues we're facing today may not be progressing as fast as others, but there is still progress. Today, our people are uniting behind a common purpose: to help people, communities, and the environment thrive through the goodness of our magic little kiwi fruit. It's a purpose that enables our people to contribute to something meaningful, and it's leading to a more engaged and motivated industry. We want our people to have a clear sense of what they need to do, not only to fulfill what they want to achieve, but also our shared aspirations. And we're already generating better results. That's evident in the phenomenal work the industry has undertaken to lift our green returns, to make SunGold the success it's becoming today, and to bring through our recently commercialized red kiwi fruit. Scientists from Plant and Food Research, KVH biosecurity experts, trialist growers, and people right across our supply chain working together to meet our consumers' changing needs. At Zespri, we're also concentrating on developing a global culture bound by our values, so that when people in China are making decisions, they're making them from the same reference point as people in Europe, in Japan, and here in New Zealand. We know that it's our values that will guide us to make better decisions and to make a better way of behaving. Our values are really strong. Kaitiakitanga, guardianship, going the extra mile to look after our people and protecting our environment for future generations. Being incredibly results-driven, celebrating success but not dwindling on it for too long before we look for the next opportunity to create value together. And on cultivating personal connections, so important across our interdependent kiwi fruit ecosystem, where we all must come together and understand each other to continue to drive value for our kiwi fruit. This is who we are, and this is who we want to be more and more. And we want to share our beliefs, our values, our story with all other like-minded partners so that we can take on challenges and unlock even more value in the future. As you'll hear when Chewin speaks about our refresh brand today, we want Zespri to be so much more, be known for so much more than just the world's best kiwi fruit, because we can. Since our establishment, our industry has invested significantly in making people recognize Zespri as the world's leading provider of premium kiwi fruit. Now it's about making sure that people recognize us for what we stand for. It's about setting us up for our next stage of growth and building on the heritage and hard work that so many people have put in before us. We've done a lot of talking to consumers to make sure that our new brand and our story not only appeals to our existing consumers, but also will be able to attract more and more consumers that we haven't built relationships yet and that we don't have connections with yet. For us, it's about making consumers healthy, irresistible, with a fruit that's powered by nature, together. This afternoon, we'll also talk about sustainability being embedded into our core decision-making, making sure that we're looking after the people that choose to work in our great industry, and by protecting and enhancing the environment we all love so much. We know that it's not just what we want to do, but it's what our markets, our customers, our consumers, and our stakeholders are telling us we must do. Increasingly, our customer partners and our consumers are making purchasing decisions based not just on the great quality of our fruit, but on our industry's values, on whether there's a genuine commitment for us as an industry to address social and environmental issues and continue to make improvements to a better place. The Zespri board and the executive have made some strong commitments in this space, and this afternoon Carol will introduce you to the beginning of this story. And it's in the spirit of our new brand identity that we are being bold. That's why one of our commitments is about making, by 2025, all of our Zespri packaging 100% recyclable, usable, or compostable. And more broadly, we're going to be supporting our industry on the right sustainable practices so that we have a sustainable future. I hope that the next couple of days together will allow you to reflect on just how far we have come as an industry. But more importantly than that, to realize the potential we have ahead of us. We've got 2,800 growers here in New Zealand and another 1,500 offshore producing the world's best kiwi fruit. We have a dedicated global team of Zespri people around the world ensuring that we're getting closer to our consumer and to our customer, understanding what they want and sending those signals back to our growers and to our industry. We have a fantastic group of supply chain and customer partners who share our desire to always do better. Nobody in the fresh produce sector has a global footprint like ours, and we must never take for granted what we have built together. Together, our industry has established an amazing base to achieve even so much more ahead. I'm looking forward to continuing to work with all of you to share our kiwi fruit, our story, our brand with more and more people around the world, and to help live our purpose of helping people, communities, and the environment thrive through the goodness of kiwi fruit. As the Maori whakatauki says, the Maori proverb says, e hara taku toa, I te toa taki tahi, engari he toa taki tini. My strength is not that of a single warrior, but that of many. It's the combined effort of all of us that will sustain our momentum. Nō rewa, e ho mā, tēnā koto, tēnā koto, tēnā koto katoa. Thank you, let's have a great conference.